We're falling through space, you and me. Clinging to the skin of this tiny little world, and if we let go... That's who I am.
I would rather die. It's better to die than live like you, a bitchy trampoline.
What about me? I saw the fall of Troy, World War V. I pushed boxes at the Boston Tea Party. Now I'm gonna die in a dungeon. In Cardiff. Happy to believe in something that's invisible, but if it's staring you in the face, nope, can't see it. There's a scientific explanation for that. You're thick.
What you gonna do? Sucker me to death?
The mighty Jagrafess of the holy Hadrajassic Maxoraptor. I call him Max.
Get in the church! There's a banana grove there now. I like bananas. Bananas are good.
The Lord Mayor says thank you for popping by. She'd love to have a chat, but she's up to her eyes in paperwork. Perhaps if we could make an appointment for next week.
She's climbing out the window, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Hiding in silence for hundreds of years, that's enough to drive anyone mad. But it's worse than that. Driven mad by your own flesh. The stink of humanity. You hate your own existence. And that makes them more deadly than ever.
No shop downstairs. I'd have a shop. Not a big one, just a shop, so people can shop.
1979! Hell of a year! China invades Vietnam. The Muppet Movie. Love that film.
I'm so old now. I used to have so much mercy. You get one warning. That was it.
Oh, brilliant. It's you. You're my favourite. You are the best. You know why? Because you're so thick. You're Mr. Thickety, thick face from Thicktown, Thickania. And so's your dad.
You're just making this up as you go along.
Yep. But I do it brilliantly.
I am talking, and I'm not listening!
What then? You're the truth behind the myth?
This one knows me, as I know him, the killer of his own kind.
It tastes like chicken. You just took a council axe from a council van, and now you're digging up a council road! I'm reporting you to the council! You are superior in only one respect.
What is that?
You are better at dying. Raise communications barrier.
My home planet is far away and long since gone. But its name lives on. Gallifrey.
We can have cake.
Why should I have cake? I've got my little straw.
Oh, that's nice. Milkshake? I like banana.
This lot's still got one from the Dark Ages. If I tell them the truth, they'll panic and think it was witchcraft.
Okay, what was it then?
Witchcraft. I'm not just a Time Lord. I'm the last of the Time Lords.
You told us to imagine, and we imagined your irrelevance.
I'm old enough to know that a longer life isn't always a better one. In the end, you just get tired.
Any number that reduces to 1 when you take the sum of the square of its digits and continue iterating until it yields 1 is a happy number. Any number that doesn't isn't. A happy prime is a number that's both happy and prime. Now type it in!
He never raised his voice. That was the worst thing. The fury of the Time Lord. And then we discovered why. Why this doctor, who had fought with gods and demons, why he'd run away from us and hidden. He was being kind.
This is my timey-wimey detector. Goes ding when there's stuff. Also, it can boil an egg at 30 paces. Whether you wanted to or not, actually, so I've learned to stay away from hens. It's not pretty when they blow.
Bit of a hermit.
A hermit with friends.
Hermits United. We meet up every 10 years, swap stories about caves. It's good fun for a hermit.
I like it when you use my name.
You chose it. Psychiatrist field day.
As you chose yours. The man who makes people better. How sanctimonious is that?
Right, and you, Balacafalata. Look, can I just call you Bala? It's going to save a lot of time.
No, Balacafalata.
That's it! That's it! Yeah! That's it! Go on, Gil! Go on, get up there!
Modern art! Out of the way, that's it. Oh, Rhombus, I'm a little bit peckish. Get me some ants and honey, there's a good lad. Ooh, maybe a dormouse?
I think your song must end soon.
Meaning?
Every song must end.
General Stahl, of the 10th Sontaran Fleet, Stahl the Undefeated.
Oh, that's not a very good nickname. What if you do get defeated? Stahl, they're not quite so undefeated anymore, but never mind.
When you start this new world, this world of human and hath, remember that. Make the foundation of this society a man who never would.
It's a giant wasp.
What do you mean a giant wasp?
I mean a wasp. That's giant. It's only a silly little insect. When I say giant, I don't mean big. I mean flippin' enormous. Look at its sting.
I'm the Doctor, and you're in the biggest library in the universe. Look me up. Taking a big space truck with a bunch of strangers across a diamond planet called Midnight? What could possibly go wrong?
Labour camps. That's what they called them last time.
What do you mean?
It's happening again.
I flew into the wild and fire. I danced and died 1,000 times.
But you promised me you said I would never be converted.
That was designated a lie. I love you.
For a long time now, I thought I was just a survivor, but I'm not. I'm the winner. That's who I am. The Time Lord victorious.
No, please don't. No, don't. Please don't, please.
Wilfred, it's my honor.
So, all of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will, where do you want to start?
You sound Scottish.
I am Scottish. What's wrong with that? Scotland's got to be here somewhere.
No, they wanted their own ship.
Good for them. Nothing changes.
What the devil? You do not require Stop it!
I wish I'd known you better.
I think so. You know me at my best.
Ah, you gotta love Venice. So many people did. Byron, Napoleon, Casanova. That reminds me. 1580. That's all right. Casanova doesn't get born for 145 years. Don't want to run into him. I owe him a chicken.
Oh, hey! You've swallowed a planet!
I'm pregnant.
You're huge!
I'm the last of my species.
No, you're really not. Because I'm the last of my species, and I know how it sits in a heart. So don't insult me. The way I see it, every life is a pile of good things and bad things. Hey, the good things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa. The bad things don't necessarily spoil the good things or make them unimportant. And we definitely added to his pile of good things. I suppose that dry rot,
or damp or mildew,
or none of the above. I'll get someone to fix it. No, I'll fix it. I'm good at fixing rot. Call me the Rotmeister. No, I'm the doctor. Don't call me the Rotmeister.
Right then, I have questions, but number one is this. What in the name of sanity have you got on your head?
It's a fez. I wear a fez now. Fezzes are cool. Who's she?
Nobody important.
Nobody important. Blimey, that's amazing. Do you know, in 900 years of time and space, I've never met anyone who wasn't important before.
Apollo 11's your secret weapon?
No, it's not Apollo 11. That would be silly. It's Neil Armstrong's foot.
Wheel?
Atom accelerator.
It steers the thing.
No, sort of. Yes.
Wheel, telescope, astrolabe, compass. A ship's a ship.
Fear me. I've killed hundreds of Time Lords.
Fear me. I've killed all of them. So, what's the plan? Well, save them all, humans and gangers. Tall order, sounds wonderful. Is that what you were thinking? Yes, it's just so inspiring to hear me say it. Colonel Manson, I want you to tell your men to run away.
What?
Those words, run away. I want you to be famous for those exact words. I want people to call you Colonel Runaway. I want children laughing outside your door because they've found the house of Colonel Runaway. And when people come to you and ask if trying to get to me through the people I love is in any way a good idea, I want you to tell them your name.
Does anybody else find his day just a bit difficult? I'm getting this sort of banging in my head.
Yeah, I think that's Hitler in the cupboard.
That's not helping.
Haven't done this in a while.
Done what? What are you doing?
Making a house call.
Have you seen my phone?
Your phone?
Yeah.
Your mobile telephone. I bring you to a paradise planet 2 billion light years from Earth, and you want to update Twitter. They're not doors, they're walls. Walls that look like doors. Door walls, if you like, or dwalls. Walls, even, though you probably got it when you said they're not doors. I mean, the windows are... Right. Big day if you're a fan of walls. Yes, he likes that, Alfie, though personally he prefers to be called Stormageddon, Dark Lord of all. I have got a time machine, Dorian. It's all still going on. For me, it never stops. Liz the First is still waiting in a glade to elope with me. I could help Rose Tyler with her homework. I could go on all Jack's stag parties in one night.
Time catches up with us all, Doctor.
Well, it has never laid a glove on me.
I don't know why I keep shouting at them.
Because every time you see them happy, you remember how sad they're going to be. And it breaks your heart. Because what's the point in them being happy now if they're going to be sad later? The answer is, of course, because they are going to be sad later.
Oi, what is wrong with my chin?
Careful, dear. You'll put someone's eye out.
You don't have any vegetable matter in your trousers, do you, Brian?
Only my balls. He's called Joshua. It's from the Bible. It means the deliverer.
No, he isn't.
What?
I speak horse. He's called Susan. And he wants you to respect his life choices. I'm not running away. But this is one corner of one country, in one continent, on one planet that's a corner of a galaxy, that's a corner of a universe that is forever growing and shrinking and creating and destroying and never remaining the same for a single millisecond. And there is so much to see, Amy. Because it goes so fast. I'm not running away from things, I am running to them before they flare and fade forever.
Rory? Do I have noticeable lines on my eyes now?
Yes.
No.
You didn't look.
I noticed them earlier. Didn't notice them. I specifically remember not noticing them.
You walk among fire pits, Centurion.
Sir, permission to express my opposition to your current apathy.
Permission granted.
Sir, I am opposed to your current apathy.
When you say mobile phone, why do you point at that blue box?
Because it's a surprisingly accurate description.
I say leg it.
Leg it where exactly?
Dunno. Lake District?
Oh, the Lake District's lovely. Let's definitely go there. We can eat scones. They do great scones in 1927.
The TARDIS is at the pole.
Not far then.
The South Pole.
Ah.
Can we have a lift?
You all right?
Totally. Feature keen.
Okay, then. Well, don't press any buttons or pull any levers or make any funny faces. Actually, don't move. Stand completely still. Don't breathe. Well, you can breathe, but shallow breaths. kid-friendly button.
I strongly advise the issuing of scissor grenades, limbo vapor, and triple blast brain splitters.
What for?
Just generally. Remember, we are going to the north.
Total takings for the day. One sandwich. Better than no sandwich, of course. Not as good as two sandwiches.
The Doctor lives his life in darker hues, day upon day, and he will have other names before the end. Storm, the Beast, the Valiard.
Great men are forged in fire. It is the privilege of lesser men to light the flame. Whatever the cost.
We all change. When you think about it, we are all different people, all through our lives. And that's okay, that's good. You've got to keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be.
What? It's just laid an egg.
It dropped a blue box marked police out of its mouth. Your grasp of biology, it troubles me.
Ever microwave the lasagna without pricking the foam on top?
It explodes.
Don't be lasagna. I'm not a hero.
Well, neither am I. But if we both keep pretending to be, perhaps others will be heroes in our name. Perhaps we will both be stories.
Do you have your own mood lighting now? Because frankly, the accent is enough.
Don't.
Why not?
Because if you answer it, something will happen.
What?
A thing.
It's just a phone, Clara. Nothing happens when you answer the phone.
You cannot pass yourself off as a real person among actual people.
I lived among otters once for a month. Well, I sulked. River and I, we had this big fight.
Human beings are not otters!
Exactly. It'll be even easier. The moon's an egg. I'm so pleased to finally see you. I'm the Doctor, and I will be your victim this evening. Are you my mummy?
Bristol! Doctor, we're in Bristol.
120 miles from where we should be. Impressive.
No, not impressive. Annoying.
No, this is impressive. This is annoying. I hope I'm right. Slightly awkward if the world was destroyed at this point.
What?
Why? Do you think I care for you so little that betraying me would make a difference? The TARDIS is outside.
So?
So all of time and all of space is sitting out there in a big blue box. Please, don't even argue. There's no such thing as the Doctor. I'm just a bloke in a box, telling stories. And I didn't come here because I'm ashamed, but a shame never hurt anyone. I came because you're sick and you asked. Clara, why don't I have a radio in the TARDIS?
You took it apart and used the pieces to make a clockwork squirrel.
Look at you. With your eyes, you're never giving up. Your anger, your kindness. And one day, the memory of that will hurt so much that I won't be able to breathe, and I'll do what I always do. I'll get in my box and I'll run, and I'll run. In case all the pain ever catches up, in every place I go, it will be there. Why should I be responsible for you?
You made me immortal.
I saved your life. I didn't know that your heart would rust because I kept it beating. I didn't think that your conscience would need renewing, that the well of human kindness would run dry.
You don't understand. You will never understand.
I don't understand? Are you kidding? Me? Of course I understand. I mean, do you call this a war, this funny little thing? This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you could ever imagine. And when I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count.
I do hope you've enjoyed the show. I did try to make it exciting. All those scary bits, all those death-defying scrapes, monsters, and a proper climax with a really big one at the end. Compulsive viewing.
You can't.
I can do whatever the hell I like. You've read the stories. You know who I am. And in all of that time, did you ever hear anything about anyone who stopped me?
I know the doctor. The doctor.
The doctor is no longer here. You are stuck with me. And I will end you and everything you love. But I can remember, Clara. You don't understand. I can remember it all. Every time. And you'll still be gone. Whatever I do, you still won't be there.
You need to tell us what the doctor is going to do now.
You really are thick, aren't you? The doctor is back on Gallifrey. Took him 4.5 billion years to get here. What do you think he's going to do now? Why, he's stealing a TARDIS and running away. Bye!
Times end, River, because they have to. Because there's no such thing as happy ever after. It's just a lie we tell ourselves because the truth is so hard.
No, Doctor. You're wrong. Happy ever after doesn't mean forever. It just means time. Little time.
Everything ends. And it's always sad. But everything begins again, too. And that's always happy. Be happy. I'll look after everything else. Imagine if time all happened at once. Every moment of your life laid out around you. Like a city. Streets full of buildings made of days. The day you were born, the day you die, the day you fall in love, the day that love ends. A whole city built from triumph and heartbreak and boredom and laughter and cutting your toenails. It's the best place you will ever be.
Why are you Scottish?
Not Scottish, I'm just cross.
Is there Scotland in space?
They're all over the place, demanding independence from every planet that they land on. Human progress isn't measured by industry. It's measured by the value you place on a life. An unimportant life. A life without privilege. The boy who died on the river, that boy's value is your value. That's what defines an age. That's what defines a species. Okay, you can take the rest of the night off. Go on, go and do whatever it is you do. Actually, what do you do? No, never tell me that. Oh, look, Bill, it's Nardole. What a lovely surprise. I thought I sent you to Birmingham for a packet of crisps.
Yeah, I saw through your cunning ruse.
Yes, well, if you will go thinking for yourself, what do you want?
Pope Benedict said that you were more in need of confession than any man breathing. But when the offer was made, you replied it would take too much time. On behalf of the Catholic Church, the offer stands. You seem like a man with a regret on his mind.
Oh my God.
No, I'm the doctor. But it's an easy mistake to make, the eyebrows.
What would be left of me?
You'd be a husk. Completely and irrevocably brain dead. You couldn't even get on Celebrity Love Island.
I'll go first. What are you doing?
Fire oxygen. Basic physics, isn't it?
Could have been basic death. It's as if his bones have disintegrated.
Ooh. What could do that?
Complete and total absence of any kind of sunlight.
Death by Scotland.
No.
No.
Winning? Is that what you think it's about? I'm not trying to win. I'm not doing this because I want to beat someone, or because I hate someone, or because I want to blame someone. It's not because it's fun. God knows it's not because it's easy. It's not even because it works, because it hardly ever does. I do what I do because it's right. Because it's decent. And above all, it's kind. It's just that. Just kind. You wait a moment, Doctor. Let's get it right. I've got a few things to say to you. Basic stuff first. Never be cruel, never be cowardly, and never ever eat pears. Remember, hate is always foolish, and love is always wise. Always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. Oh, and you mustn't tell anyone your name.
Come on, have your catch, Ray.
You're gonna fall over.
In 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Wait, forget the 2 minutes, 19... Oh, this new nose is so reliable. Want to borrow my shades?
Oh, so?
Like an old pair of mine. I say mine. Can't remember who I borrowed them off now. It was either Audrey Hepburn or Pythagoras.
Hey, Pythagoras never wore shades.
Obviously never saw him with a hangover.
She's the boss woman, right?
You do remember what she did?
Yeah. First black woman to ever drive a bus.
No, Ryan.
What?
Do you want me to go get it while you make your terrible pakora?
Yeah, but all the same, I mean, cut open a bloke's stomach. Do we have to?
What? They didn't have that on Call the Midwife?
I don't know. I always looked away at the squeamish bits.
This is the best thing ever. Never did this when I was a man. Ah! He's the Kablam man! It's the what? The Kablam man!
You're just making sounds now.
There's still some really, really fascinating body parts in here that you could tell us about.
The Woolly Rebellion. In 193 years, there's a total renegotiation of the sheep-human relationship. Utter bloodbath. Oh, I should have brought wellies. That could have been another precaution. Always bring wellies. I love wellies. In fact, I think I half invented them. Oh, whoops.
You've landed on my chair.
Sorry.
You broke my chair. Don't make me do the old soft shoe shuffle.
Benny! Benny!
Is it a single machine or some kind of, mechanical factory?
Oi, you're in here strictly on the QT, right? So get those dollar signs out your eyes, because this little lot ain't for sale. Copyright her.
You missed me, right?
Hey, Doc, that's not a thought. That's just a random phrase.
No, that's a very big thought.
We immortals need our games, Doctor. Eternity is long, and we are cursed to see it all. The Eternals have their games. The Guardians have their power struggles. For me, this dimension is a beautiful board for a game. The toy maker would approve.
Well, they've gone now. And so's Polidori. I've lost him.
You had one job.
It made more challenging by his ability to walk through walls.
Not such a bad human yourself, either.
Not so. Is that it? I've just said all them lovely things about you, and all you give me is you're not such a bad human.
Nice upgrade in here. Which way's my room?
You don't have a room. You've never had a room.
I had a suite with its own cocktail lounge.
Check out seat. No? You are? How old are you? What's the difference? You're not even dressed up. Yeah, well, neither are you. You're just going round knocking on people's doors.
But why here? Why Sebastopol?
The Crimean skirmish seems the perfect place to start. So much conflict, so much opportunity. And also, I wanted to ride a horse.
The angel has the TARDIS. What happened?
Sorry, threw a cup at you. I needed to shake you out of it. We're running out of options.
Fetch! Your dog!
I beg your pardon?
Fetch your dog.
I don't have a dog.
I have you now, nameless human.
I, sir, am Professor Eustachius Jericho, Scourge of Scoundrels.
I wish I'd written that autobiography. What a good title. By the wrath of Santa, I will now execute you. I really don't think you're going to have time.
You all done, Nick?
I am not Nick.
Sea devil.
Land parasite.
All right, let's not get into the name calling.
I know these teeth.
What? What?
What?
She cares about me.
I do.
Why? I'm just no one.
No, you are not. Why does it have to be this?
Funny, because I wonder where the TARDIS goes at random. Maybe it lands on some outcrop by the sea. There's a tribe and they worship it for 100 years. Then they go up and try to burn it. Then they get wise. They preserve it. Then they build a city all around it. So the TARDIS is just a tiny little dot surrounded by skyscrapers and monorails. Time passes and the city falls. All gets swept away. And there's the TARDIS. Still on its outcrop. By the sea.
Do you miss it? Out there?
Funny thing is, I fought all those battles for all those years. And now I know what for. This. I've never been so happy in my life.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm just there!
Well, what did you do that for? Who sees a ladder and just pops on? A ladder in the sky, and you thought, yeah, I'll give that a go, babe.
They've got the baby! Gallifrey? And where's that?
Gone!
Ruby, it's gone. It's gone. They died. It was a genocide and they died. So the one that was adopted was the only one left? I am the last of the Time Lords. In the past, right now, I live in a place called Totter's Lane. 1963, I parked the TARDIS in a junkyard and I lived there with my granddaughter Susan.
Oh.
I went down to the beach, and there she stood, dark and tall, at the edge of the wood. The sky's too big. I'm scared, I cried. She replied, young man, don't you know there's more to life than the moon and the president's wife?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Are you saying that you actually want to fire a nuclear missile? We'll cut that bit out, right?
I don't care what you think. You can say whatever you want. You can think absolutely anything. I will do anything if you just allow me to save your lives. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. You've seen my life. I bring disaster, Kate, disaster. What if I go back and ruin her?
For what it's worth, I think you bring joy.
Wherever there's a corporation, there is PR. They just can't stop themselves. Evil must logo.